Hello! In this video we are going to ask and answer questions about comparisons. The objective or the goal that we have for this video, for this lesson, is to ask and answer questions about comparisons between objects. Right, remember that in comparisons we always have two elements involved. So here I have some sample questions that we can use when we ask about comparisons. If we want somebody to give us or make a comparison between two things, we can use questions like this. These are just examples, but you can come up with different questions for that purpose. So here are some sample questions, all right? One is, what is the difference between, for example, a Fitbit and a Smartwatch? What is the difference between? That is the question. The next one, how are a Fitbit and a Smartwatch similar? So how are they similar? That is another question that we can ask. How are a Fitbit and a Smartwatch different? So we're asking how different they are. And the person, of course, will give us a comparison. We can also ask something very specific, like, what is more useful for you, a Fitbit or a smartwatch? So that's very direct. Or we could say, for example, using less, what is less expensive, a Fitbit or a smartwatch? Right? So those are sample questions that we can use to trigger a comparison. All right? We have already some ways of giving some information about a question like that, like providing a comparison, but there's something that we haven't done yet, and it's providing negative comparisons. We call them negative comparisons just because we are saying that something is not more or less or equal as the other one. All right? Here I have some example. It says, a tablet is not more user-friendly than a smartphone. Just a negation there. Or we could say, a desktop computer is not as portable as a laptop. All right? So when you have a negation involved, here, for the purpose of this lesson, we have included this title, negative comparisons. All right? Let's practice those questions and those negative comparisons in some activities. The first one is complete the following sentences. So I want you to look at these sentences, analyze what could be missing for you to complete a comparison there. All right? So look at them for a moment, pause my video, complete the activity, and I will see you in a moment to show you some sample answers. Go ahead. Pause my video, complete the activity, please. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much for having completed the activity. And here I have some sample answers. All right. Just check these against the ones that you wrote when you completed the activity. The first one, a digital camera is more versatile than an analog camera. You could say less, of course, but this is just a sample response. The next one, an analog camera is bigger than a digital camera. That "than" is very important there. Next, a digital camera is not as expensive as an analog camera. That means that that is the only word that could go there. And for the next one, it's a comparison, let's say, of equality. Equality in terms of one characteristic, useful. It says, a digital camera is as useful as an analog camera. All right? Good. Now, I have one more activity for you. It says, research about model airplanes, those small airplanes, yes, that fly, and drones, those small devices, small gadgets that fly as well. And compare them. Once you have some information about about both items, you're going to compare them. Write 3 questions about them, including at least one negative comparison. It means that you're going to complete this comparison by writing the 3 questions that answer some of the information that you include in your comparison. Of of course, you write the questions and answer them. All right? Please pause my video, research about those two items, and write the comparison. And in a moment, I will see your 3 questions and I will show you some sample answers. All right? Pause my video, complete the activity, please. All right, I hope that you did complete the activity, and here are some sample answers. Of course, they may be similar or different from yours, but these are just some sample reference questions and answers. The first one, I like this question. How are drones and model airplanes similar? That is one of the models that we have for questions. The answer is, one of the answers could be, they are very popular today. Model airplanes are as easy to fly as drones. You fly them with a remote control. That's how they are similar. I like the answer, it's very complete. Next question. How are drones and model airplanes different? That is a simple question that gives us a lot of room for answers. It says, model airplanes, the ones that you fly with remote controls, are more aerodynamic than drones. That's true. Yes. Model airplanes are a luxury and they are miniature airplanes. So the comparison is more aerodynamic than drones. That is true. I guess that's why they can fly faster. Oh, they could say that. They can fly faster than drones. Finally, is a drone as expensive as a model airplane? That is a direct, specific question that requires a specific answer. And the answer is negative. To complete the activity, it says, no, a drone is not as expensive as a model airplane. It is cheaper. I like that comparison. All right, now I am going to pause my video so that you can listen to a native speaker pronounce that, and you are going to repeat after them. All right, so listen, practice your pronunciation, please.
How are drones and model airplanes similar? They are very popular today. Model airplanes are as easy to fly as drones. You fly them with a remote control. How are drones and model airplanes different? Model airplanes are more aerodynamic than drones. Model airplanes are a luxury and they are miniature airplanes. Is a drone as expensive as a model airplane? No, a drone is not as expensive as a model airplane. It is cheaper.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Remember that in this lesson, we reviewed some questions about comparisons and some structure for comparisons that include a negation. All right? Thank you very much for having paid attention to this activity, for having completed the practice activities, and I hope to see you in your next activity with me. Thank you very much. See you next time.